to be in community together. And we're going to start off with a couple of sort of meditative songs that you can take into a state of meditation if you'd like. You can sing along with us if you'd like. We're going to start off with a chant from the yogic tradition, the Vedic tradition. The words are Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Lead us from death to life. Lead us from falsehood to truth. Lead us to hope from despair. So this prayer helps us to remember the truth of who and what we are. So just for a moment, you can close your eyes if you'd like. Take some deep breaths. Feeling yourself connecting to this time and this place. Giving yourself the gift of this time. And we'll begin by just chanting Om together. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Lead us from death into life. Lead us from falsehood into the truth. Lead us to hope from despair. Om. And when we're in that state, we can be a sanctuary. After the most recent election, I was visiting with my goddaughter, with Miguel's daughter, and we were talking about the situation, and she said the most beautiful words. She said, each one of us gets to be a walking sanctuary city. So, thank you, Malika, for that. Thank you, each one of us who make that choice and that decision to be a walking sanctuary city. But sometimes we got to be prepared for that. So we'll sing this song, Please Prepare Me to Be a Sanctuary. Here we go. And you'll know these words, and once you've heard it once or twice, or even if you know it right from the beginning, please sing along with us. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Sing along now. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Bringing that in deeply, deeply, deeply into your being. We, each one of us, to be a sanctuary for each one of us. And because there's only one of us here, we're being a sanctuary for all of us. And because of that, we can experience joy, regardless of the circumstances on the outside world. So we're going to celebrate a little bit of joy today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Gitanjali Laurie Rivera. I am joyfully your musical minister here at CSL Santa Cruz, and I am joined by some very fabulous musicians every week, and I'm so grateful, and we are so grateful. Right behind me, I've got my oldest friend here in Santa Cruz, Michael Santa Cruz. We've known each other for 37 years. How's that possible? He's on percussion, on vocals, and on keyboards. We've got Lauren Dechtenberg, who does all the things you don't even know. And then to my left, I have the beautiful and talented Valerie Byrne, always bringing such lovely gorgeousness. So we're going to sing about joy, God's great joy, and it's down deep in each of our souls. Here we go. Got some church going on here. Oh yeah, here we go. I got it, don't you know you got it too? Joy, joy, God's great joy, 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 down in my soul. Oh, sweet, beautiful, life-giving joy. Oh, joy, joy. You can sing with us, sing joy, joy, God's great joy, 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 down in my soul, sweet, beautiful, life-giving joy, oh, joy, joy in my soul. It's early in the morning, it's round about the break of day. I ask my God to see me as whole. God holds me, God frees me to be, oh, joy, joy in my soul. Sing it all, sing it, joy now, joy, joy, God's great joy, joy, joy. Talking to my God, there's a joy, joy in my soul. Sing it out, say joy, joy, God's great joy, 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 down in my soul, sweet, beautiful, life-giving joy, oh, joy, joy in my soul. joy, God's great joy, 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 down in my soul, sweet, beautiful, life-giving joy, oh, joy, joy in my soul. Sing it one more time, say joy, joy, God's great joy, 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 down in my soul, sweet, beautiful, life-giving joy, oh, joy, joy in my soul. All right, friends. That joy is here. It's here for us, and it's here to spread around this room. So feel free to get up, move around, say hello, give some joy, give some love to your members, your friends, your community. Sorry about that. I was not very clear on those. My apologies. Okay. Joy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Good morning, everyone. Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Great. Happy day. Oh, hi, everyone. Happy Sunday and a warm welcome to our Sunday celebration service here at Project 418, where our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Yes, you are magnificent, absolutely. My name is Jason Osmansky. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm pretty sure you know me, but just for a reminder, I am your admin. I send out your e-news every single week. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I also answer all of your questions, so if you have anything that you want to know about CSL or what we do, feel free to ask me some questions after service. My people, my mother's side, the Osmansky family, they emigrated to the United States from Turkey and Poland. My father's family, the Benos, they came here from Italy and Germany. We extend a very special welcome to our friends and family joining us on YouTube and Facebook in those tiny little boxes right there. Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if this is your first time in person or joining us online, thank you so much for joining us. We're delighted to have you with us. Yes. And please join us after service today for our social hour and potluck. Thank you, everyone with last names G through R. That's quite a big group for creating our feast today. Next week, everyone with last names S through Z, you're up. We dare you to dazzle our taste buds with what you feel inspired to share. Yeah. And in case you want to know, it takes a whole village to pull off this production every single week. And lots of hands make light work, so we could really use your help. We have a volunteer form on our website, cslsantacruz.org, or you can visit us at our info booth and see what you can get involved in and help us out. A few things. Susan Pankratz, of course, is still looking for some consistent help with loading and unloading her equipment before and after service every Sunday. So if you have some extra muscles and a little spare time to share, please seek her out after service. The possibilities are absolutely endless. So whatever your ability, whatever your skill, we would be happy to put those to use. So please see myself or Topher after service if you want to serve. And our gratitude is absolutely immeasurable for those who generously gift us with their time, talent, and presence every Sunday and each day in between. We want to take this moment to give out a moment of thank you to Melanie Younk. She's online right now, moderating our online chat room, helping everyone feel welcome. Thank you, Melanie, so much. Topher Steele, Amron Enos here, Leah Simone, Reed, Robert, Parala, David, everyone who shows up every single day behind the scenes or out in front. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us every single week. Thank you. And get on board the CSL Love Train. I have Amron here. She's going to give you a little bit of info about that. And yeah, here you go.
Hi, everyone. You know that old J songs, get on board, join hands, join the love train? That's what we're doing. So we've had this running for a couple of weeks. We have had a number of people step up to contribute. We would love more contributors. If you feel like you have a service, a profession, a talent, we have a very diverse group of wonderful people. And so people are giving of themselves, and then they're returning a portion of their proceeds to the center as a fundraising opportunity for our center. And after service today, we have all the current contributors at tables ready to talk to you if you have an interest. Just quickly, we have authors selling books, massage and light therapy, occupational hand therapy, medical and medical insurance consulting, business law and estate planning attorney, wonderful upcoming playful art workshop called Zentangle, and also Leah will be there to collect monies, as well as she has buttons, love buttons, for sale for a donation. So please join us. Come talk to people. We'd love to have you on board. Thanks.
Thank you, Amron. And this is another reminder. Please mark your calendars for March 2nd. That is our first Sunday next month. That's going to be our CSL annual meeting and community gathering, as well as our town hall. So it's a combo event. We're going to be providing an update on our building, gather input about its future. We'll also be having our annual meeting of the members, where members will be voting on candidates for our board of trustees, as well as hosting our first Sunday visioning circle to envision the highest truth of who we are and who we are becoming. So please, if you are interested in participating either online or in person, please RSVP. You can find that RSVP link on our calendar. Also in our e-news, that RSVP link will send you out that Zoom link automatically after you register. You can also visit our website at cslsantacruz.org to learn more about us, plan ahead with our online calendar, listen to previous talks, and so much more. So cslsantacruz.org if you want to learn more. And we have a very heart-opening celebration planned for you all. But before you celebrate, we want to acknowledge those who came before us and remained with us on this land on which we gather. Please take a moment to feel the ground beneath your feet and feel the holiness of this place, realizing and remembering that the earth herself is sacred, and therefore all land and all water is sacred. We begin our morning by acknowledging that we gather on the unceded territory of the Awaswas-speaking Upi tribe, the Ama Mutsun tribal band. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the ancestral and current struggle of the original people of this land. Thank you. And I have a reading here that I would love to bring up if I can find it. Just keep breathing. Take this moment to just relax. Oh gosh. Welp, it looks like I cannot find that. I am so sorry. I'm just going to hand this right off to our practitioner today, Reverend Tamara Merrill.
Thank you, Jason. Good morning. My name is Reverend Tamara Merrill, and I am a staff minister here. Very honored to be here. This morning, I want to start with my pronouns. My pronouns are her and she and it. No, just kidding. My people come from my mother's and father's side. They both have English and Irish, but my mother also comes from All Saints, Lorraine. Joining me today in prayer is Shira, and Shira is doing the high watch and holding. And I want to say that is a beautiful thing to do, to center us and to hold us all through the service. Practitioners and ministers are always available to support you after service. And can I have all the pracs raise their hand in the audience today? Yay. Grace, Cheryl, Shira, and myself. And wherever you are in life, to celebrate your joys, or to, if you have a heavy heart, to come and sit with us, we are here in service for you. Oh, here we go. There's also a place where you can place your prayer requests in our prayer box here beside the stage, or send your prayer request by email to, where is it? There it is. Hey, Jason's right there. Come on, Vanna. No. Prayer at cslsantacruz.org is where you could send and email your prayers. And I really think that that's something to use because it has helped me through many a dark night. Before we dedicate today's celebration with prayer, we remind and affirm for ourselves and our community just who we are and what we believe. If you feel the truth of these statements resounding within you, you are encouraged to speak out loudly your yes without reservation. And so, we stand with all the centers for spiritual living around the world, grounded in the knowing that the teachings of Ernest Holmes speak directly to liberty, equality, equity, inclusion, human rights, compassion, safety, self-determination, and spiritual living. For that reason, we are unambiguously in support of the lives of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We are unambiguously in support of gender, equity, and equality. Unambiguously in support of the LGBTQI plus lives. And unambiguously in support of women, and indeed all people, being the sole decision makers about their lives, well-being, dignity, bodies, and choice. Woohoo. And now we will declare together our affirmation for our nation, and we will continue to do so until these words are true and manifest. I affirm that the United States and its elected leaders are guided by wisdom, compassion, integrity in all decisions and actions. I envision a nation where justice, equality prevail, and where every voice is heard and respected. I affirm that our leaders are inspired to work together harmoniously for the greater good, fostering unity and understanding amongst all people. And at this time, I would like to welcome up Reverend Elisha.
Thank you, Tamara. So before we go into prayer and have a reading, many of you know that it's a tradition in this community that whenever any one of us makes their transition and moves through the end-of-life process, that we light a candle and that we lift them up to honor that infinite life and that spark of light that we knew as their individuality. And so if you do not know already, our beloved Eric Randall made his transition this past Wednesday afternoon. Myself and Catherine and his wife Catherine and his sister Laura were there with him during the transition process. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about Eric and some of the powerful things that I learned and experienced in knowing him as part of my talk. But before we begin and move into prayer and the music, we're just going to light this electric candle because we can't have fire in this space. But if you will, just take a deep breath in. As we just lift up our beloved friend, Eric. And as I light this, I remind us of these words that come from Ernest Holmes in the We Believe statement for Centers for Spiritual Living. And he says that we believe in the eternality, the individuality, and the immortality of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. And so for Eric, we lift you up into that greater expansion, into the life beyond life. And so together, let's just take a deep breath in and let it go. And just hold this in silence for a moment together. And another deep breath. And I'll share some more words shortly, but for now we're going to move back to Tamara for a reading and our time of prayer.
Thank you. I'd like to go into a minute of silent meditation before I begin. So please breathe deeply. One last deep breath together. Inhale, hold, release. Thank you. My quote this morning is dedicated to my dear friend Eric, a pioneer on the journey with me as a teacher, as a friend, to uncover the mysteries, the glories of just being human. This is from Can We Talk to God by Ernest Holmes. We are created, we are told, in the likeness of the eternal, after the image of the infinite. We sense a divinity within, a nature hidden in the cryptic interior of our minds, which we have scarcely penetrated, a unity with the whole. The intuitive faculty which we use to uncover reality is evidence that this reality is already latent within us. Let us go to prayer. As I stand here in the intention and the knowing that there is only one essence here, this essence is the essence of me, is the essence of my life, with the mysteries of my body and all the works on how it turns a potato into a fingernail, how it turns all things into more life force, and then spirals into more evolution. I know this of you also, this same essence in everything that lives, from the smallest particle to the universal cosmos. Life is eternal. Life is infinite. And the discoveries in this thing we call humanity can be turbulent, can seem rocky, can seem unfair and unjust. But here we are, knowing, uncovering, discovering why we're here, what purpose and service lay before us, to uncover this essence that says we are more than what we see with our eyes and our ears. We are more than what we think we are. It is from this intuition, from this embodiment, that we keep uncovering these mysteries. I am here today to be with community that is willing to stretch and strive and grow and fight to uncover those mysteries. I'm here today to listen to the music with its message. I'm here today with intention to hear our minister, Reverend Elisha, tell us more about how to dig deeper, how to grow taller, how to stand in our intention for compassion, for humanity, for our brothers, our sisters, our planet. And in this knowing and in this declaration and in this intention, please say with me, and so it is.
Thank you, Tamara. So, in honor of Eric and his amazing life, and those of us, and those of you who knew him, we do have a little morning chant. So we'll sing this, and you can sing along with us as you get it in your brain and your ears and your heart and your voices.
Oh,
The Spirit of God is all that I am now. Blessed be. And while that's a wonderful ideal for us to hold on to, and it's a truth, sometimes we got to get broken open to learn those truths, and that's okay too. So we're going to sing a song by Amy Steinberg called Just That, Broken Open. Scrapes, burns, twists and turns, you might call me damaged. Mixed cuts, dips and ruts, I've been bruised and bandaged. Every dark night leads to a new morning light, and all of my scars have turned me into a piece of art. Each fear, every loss and tear, all the hard goodbyes, blows, hits, all the dirts, all the grits, all of it has made me wise. Every dark night leads to a new morning light, and all of my sorrow gives me hope for a better tomorrow. It's when I fall and I feel so high, and when I'm crawling, then I want to reach up for the sky. And when I'm lonely, I can hold on to the truth. That's when I'm broken open. That's when the light comes through. Life is complicated. This is my wild ride. Hell no, I wouldn't trade it. But every love that's gone leads me to another love song, and all of my sorrow gives me hope for a better tomorrow. It's when I fall and I feel so high, and when and I want to reach out for the sky. And when I'm lonely, I can hold on to the truth. That is when I'm broken open. That's when it's when I'm crying that I can be my friend. And when I'm dying, I can be born again. And when my medicine, that's when I'm broken open. That's when the Spirit comes in. 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 To make more room for love, shakes you from the inside to remind you you're alive. There's always the part that wants to close up and die, but my heart heals with thick rope-like scars. I used to pull me up to the clearing where I can see the stars. The next opportunity to try extra hard to embrace the dark in love with my ever-expanding heart. My ever-expanding heart. My ever-expanding heart. Love in my expanding heart. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you, Amy Steinberg. And here comes Reverend Elijah Christopher. Give him some love. Give them some love.
Do that again. Breathe in and let it go. One more deep breath together. Breathe in and let go. So if you don't know me, I'm Reverend Elisha Christopher. I do use they and them pronouns. My ancestors came to this country from Ireland, Scotland, Austria, and Holland, and really lots of places all over the world. And this morning's talk title that was, prepared something like a year ago was Ripples, the Art of Living Mindfully. And I had a whole nother series of thoughts that I thought I was going to talk about, but I really, participating in Eric's process this week and supporting and being with Catherine has been so powerful and transformational. And I've gotten to know Eric pretty deeply over the last 3+ years. We would sit together and have these conversations. And when I think about this title, Ripples, the Art of Living Mindfully, it immediately brings me to Eric. Because Eric was someone who truly lived mindfully. And I've been thinking over the last couple weeks really, that in my spiritual quest, becoming a minister and taking classes and all the various things that I've studied, much of what I've studied is the great mystics throughout the ages. The people who found the oneness, the people who truly found the love and lived in it and then taught others how to live that way. And what I've realized in the last 7 months specifically since Eric stepped into the hospice process is that I got to know a great mystic. I got to know and watch as this individual found the absolute preciousness that is the gift of life, that is available in every single moment. And I keep going back to a conversation we had a number of months ago where I have to back up about 3 years before that, actually. Because there was a conversation I remember very clearly where Eric and I were talking, and he was speaking about this desire to truly live in the present moment, to fully feel the gratitude of the love of his wife, of his dogs, of the life that he's lived, of just the preciousness of his experience. He wanted to know more deeply the truth of the love of God, of the universe. And then this cancer diagnosis and the metastatic process, and it began to work his body, and he accepted where this was leading. And a couple months ago, we were sitting in their backyard, and we were having this conversation, and a little bird flies by, and he says, "Stop." He goes, "This one comes to visit me every day." And then we'd be talking a little bit more, and then there'd be a butterfly. He says, "Wait a minute. Do you see that? That's life. That's love. And he would just be in awe of these beautiful little moments. And then we were talking about the cancer journey that he had been walking through, and he brought me back to that conversation of his deepest prayer for love, for gratitude, for appreciation of life. And he looked at me with absolute clarity and seriousness and said, "This journey, this was the answer to my prayer." I want you to feel that. Because there's a deep, powerful truth there. Because the deepest prayer wasn't make this thing go away. It was a deep, full acceptance that brought him into the absolute preciousness of the present moment. And I know that what happened between Eric and Catherine was such deep, profound waking of the love and the truth and the moments that they shared that I saw in those very last moments there was nothing left unsaid. There was no love unshared. And the acceptance and the peace through which he stepped into that last threshold moment, there was absolutely no hesitation. There was no fear. There was no question about anything being left undone because he fully lived. He fully lived and appreciated that life. And even in the midst of his body being riddled with cancer and going through what was clearly suffering in the last weeks and days, he still maintained that presence. And I want us all to feel that, because Eric was truly a gift, and he still is. And the love and the life lessons and the presence that he saw and reflected back to those of us who knew him, we get to carry that. We get to live into that example. And I think that if we're always looking for the lesson, how is this happening for me? How has this happened for us? What has Eric gifted us? What he taught me was that regardless of circumstance, your life is precious. Regardless of what is overwhelming you, no matter what pain or sickness or disease is happening in your life or in the world, no matter what circumstances are taking place, the truth of you, that deeper piece of you, is untouched. And it's really easy to lose our center when things are difficult, when things are hard, when life is painful. But to remember that there's a center place within us that is unmovable, whether we're aware of it or not. But the more that we touch it, the more that we cultivate it, the more that we reach to it and look for it, the more that that presence becomes who we are and carries us through the most difficult moments in our lives, even until the last breath. And I know that many of us in our own lives looking at the world are concerned about the things that are happening around us, the things that are taking us away from our center, the things we might be afraid of that are overwhelming us, our bodies, our lives, our nation, whatever it is we're overwhelmed by. To remember that there is an unmovable, grounded center place within each one of us that is available. That even in the midst of pain and sickness and chaos, there is a beautiful present moment that's available to you. I watched Eric barely be able to sit up for our conversation and still be in awe of the life that he was living. Could we walk through life like that? Could we walk through these challenging times that all of us are experiencing? Could we begin to walk with that level of presence? To see God in everything, to see the perfection in all that feels broken, to see the wholeness in all of it. You know, I remember in my practitioner studies like 10, 15 years ago, when you're studying to be a practitioner of the science of mind teaching, to hold this truth of wholeness, there's a question on one of the class coursework that we do that says, if you're praying for someone who has cancer and they die, could it be that the healing still happened? And the correct answer to that at the time was, well, yes. And there's a spiritual answer to that. I've been teaching this idea of it's all perfect, whole, and complete, even when it doesn't look that way, for 20 years. And only in the last year or so have I really, truly begun to know on a deep soul level what that means. Many of you watched as I walked through the journey of my friend Firefly, who was in an accident a number of years ago and had a process that led to her transition. Before her accident, her greatest prayer, her project, the thing that she was claiming, was that she was here in this world to teach others about the preciousness that is the gift of life. And then everyone she knew and everyone that they knew watched this family go through this process for 2 years before she made her transition after being in a coma. Every single person she knew tasted that truth of the preciousness that is the gift of life. And so many of us came to this understanding that even though we lost a dear friend who seemed like she died way too young, nothing wrong happened. Because of the ripples of how she lived mindfully. Because of the ripples of Eric's life, I can see the perfection in his experience and how it's changing me, how I'm watching it change Catherine, how I know it's rippling through many of us in this community of how we want to be, of how we want to live, of how we want to show up in the world. And if nothing else, to just believe in the preciousness that is the gift of life. And begin to wake up and walk through the world every single day as if we truly remember that the life we've been given is truly precious. One of the other things I loved about my conversations with Eric is that every time we'd sit together, in the last few minutes before we would pray, he would say, "So," and he'd think about what we talked about. And then he'd pick the one thing or two things out of our hour-long conversation that he could use, that he would work on, that he would think about, that he would practice. And so I want to invite you into that very same sort of mindfulness, to just think about what's one thing that you've heard today so far. From what I've said, from the prayer, from the music. When you come into this place on Sunday morning, if there's one thing that you can walk away with, that you can then begin to practice, to walk with, to be in a different way, and then watch how that thing changes you. Because this thing about spiritual practice, this thing about mindfulness, it's about being on purpose. And if we're just coming in passively and receiving and getting something that feels good and then walk back out and then go back to our regular patterns, we're not changing. But one of the things that Eric taught me is to listen and then choose that one thing that you can really hold. And hold it until it becomes you, until it is how you are. And then begin to listen and learn for the next thing that's calling you to be. And keep following that. When we live mindfully, when we are on purpose, when we are aware of the preciousness that is the gift of life, our presence ripples out. We don't only change ourselves, we change the people around us, and our presence maybe even changes the world. So take a deep breath in. And let's drop into a deeper space of prayer together. And just take another breath. And so as we breathe, as always, I want to remind each one of us that there is something greater than we are that is breathing us. That there is a presence, a life force, a power that is breathing our bodies, beating our hearts, living and breathing as us. And so as we breathe together, I want us to expand into that awareness of the infinite one, the one life, the one power, the one presence that I call God. Some of us might think of it simply as the life of the universe, as consciousness, as the quantum field, as a sea of infinite possibility. However you can conceive of that great oneness, realize and remember that everyone and everything is part of this one ocean that I call God. And that every one of us are drops, ripples, currents within that ocean. That each one of us are the unique individualized ways that the allness of that infinite life is expressing in this world for such a short and precious moment. Each one of us unique, each one of us individualized, but still connected to that great oneness. So let's remember that at the core of who we are, at the very center of our being, each one of us is connected to that infinite life, that one who is never born, that one who will never die, that one who is breathing in, through, and as everyone and everything is breathing through each one of us right now. And it's from that place that I can know and declare that there is only one of us here. And so we breathe a little deeper, bringing our awareness today to the preciousness that is this gift called life. The precious moments we have to appreciate each other, to be in the love, to learn how to love, to learn how to be present, to appreciate the butterflies and the hummingbirds, to appreciate the breeze, to appreciate the love that we share, to appreciate community, to appreciate family. to take a moment and let all that chaos, all the pain, all that swirls around us fall away so that we can just be here in this precious present moment. We're here, we are bathing in the love of each other. We allow the ripples of Eric's life to wash through each one of us to remind us of that preciousness. The gift. And so I just speak my gratitude for this beloved community, for this space that we create each and every week that is healing us, that is holding us, that is reminding us of our wholeness, that we have a place to fall apart, to be broken open, and to let the light shine through, so that maybe we begin to walk in the world in a new way, that we become the ripples of change, allowing the love to shine through our eyes. And so breathe again, a little deeper, remembering that you are being breathed, that we are one, we are precious, and we are here. And so for that we are grateful. And it's to this love that I dedicate this moment. And so it is. And so take another deep breath in as the musicians come forward and just keep carrying us. Thank you, my friends, Catherine and the family. All my love to you all.
One of my favorite Mary Oliver poems says, "What are you going to do with your one wild, precious life?" I'm going to ask the beloved to use me in whatever way they see fit. So this song by Ricky Byers, you all know it. We can sing it together. God is the sun, but God's so much more than the earth and the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide. to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light, needing us to shine its light as me and as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Can we give a little love to these musicians, folks? And while we're doing our gratitude, I just want to give some love to Ellen and to Chris, who are showing up early, getting all of our potluck and all that food stuff set up every week. Also to Maggie, who's running our live stream this morning, and to Susan, who's our magical sound tech, making it all work. We're grateful. So this is our time for gratitudes, and part of that is the opportunity for you to give. We are here for and because of you. And so we happily invite and request that you support us with your giving this morning. And so if you do have a gift to give, please bring that out. We want to extend our gratitude to all of those who do give regularly. You are our sustainers and you keep us going. So take a deep breath and say this with repeat after me. For all that I am, for all that I have, for all that I give, for all that I receive, I'm grateful. Truly, truly grateful. Here we go.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth,
let's just take one more deep breath together as we remember that each one of us truly is the heart. We are the hands. We are the voice of Spirit here on earth. And so it's from that place that I just speak a word of gratitude for this beloved community, for the way that it supports each one of us and the way that each one of us are able to support this thing called community. For the opportunity to come together, to be reminded of our truth, to remember who we are, and to share that love and that truth with each other. And so I'm just grateful for everyone and everything that makes these services happen, that allows this community to be who we are, for all the love, for all the time, for all the talent, for all the resources, for all the energy. It takes the village. It takes so much to create what we create together. And I'm grateful for everyone and everything who claims it and takes a part. And so let's activate, let's gather, let's bring in all this energy we've been cultivating here together today. So if there is anyone here who's seeking healing in the physical body, who wants to step into your wholeness in a greater way, if you are physically able, I invite you to stand up right now, take a deep breath in, arms open wide, and just open up to this idea that you are whole, perfect, and complete right now, that every cell in your body knows how to return to its perfect function and wholeness, that the body is strong, that this is the vessel in which Spirit is creating life with through you. Take a deep breath and open into that wholeness, that health, that wellness, that vitality, this gratitude for this body that carries your soul. Breathe in. And now to any one of us and to all of us who are seeking expansion and opening in the areas of finances, abundance, and prosperity and needs being met, this is now our opportunity to yet again stand up if you're able, arms open wide, take another deep breath in, and let's open to this idea that the universe provides all that is needed, that each one of us is sourced and supplied by the very life force that gives itself to all. So we are open in this moment to receive everything that we need so that we can give from the overflows, so that we can share our gifts with the world, so that we can be who we came here to be. Breathe it in. And on the next breath, we're going to bring this into the heart. So if you want, take your hands to your heart. This is our prayer for the healing of love, relationships, grief, forgiveness. Bring hands to the heart and just remember that that heart is being beat by the power and the presence that holds the universe together. That heart is opening right now. And so it's from that heart space that we expand. And now open your arms again, sending that love out, opening the heart to receive the blessings, to be the forgiveness, to be the healing, to open up, to let the love in, to let the love out. We open that heart center so that we can walk as open-hearted people in the world. Because love is the healing balm that the world needs, and we are it. And so to any one of us and to all of us who are willing to let these ripples of mindfulness move through us so that we can walk through the world embracing the preciousness that is the gift of life, let us just say yes. Yes. And so it's from that place that I then invite us to include anyone who might be on our hearts and minds that we want to bring into this energy and this space with us today. We can just speak those names out loud right now. And so let's all take another deep breath in and let it go. 2 more, breathing in together. Breathe in, let it go. This one's going to be with a sigh. We're just going to let it out. Breathe in. And so it's from this place, refreshed and renewed, that we enter into the week together in celebration, in joy. And let this joy lift us up and walk with us everywhere we go. We are blessed, and so it is. Thank you, my friends. We're going to sing our way out of here. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Reminder that this joy that we have, it's here regardless of circumstances. Don't let anybody take it from you because it's yours.